Hi everyone, I hope that you're all good. Today's story I'm going to share with you is called Mr. Wolf and the Enormous Turnip. One day, Mr. Wolf found a most peculiar thing in his garden. It was a great, big, enormous turnip. Yum, yum, he said, licking his lips at the thought of spicy turnip stew for supper. He rubbed his paws together and set about picking the turnip. But even though he pulled and tugged, the turnip would not move. Suddenly, a croaky little voice called out from behind the bushes. "Won't somebody help me, please?" It was a little frog, and he had a very sad tale to tell. "Once I was a handsome prince, then a horrible witch cast a spell on me, and now I'm a frog," said the frog. "Only a kiss from a princess will break the spell. Please help." Mr. Wolf's tummy rumbled long and loud, and he looked at the turnip. "If you help me," said the frog, noticing Mr. Wolf's hesitation, "I'll command my servants to pull up your turnip." "What a nice little frog," thought Mr. Wolf. "I'll do what I can." Mr. Wolf took the frog to the royal palace where the beautiful princesses lived. "I'm sure we can persuade a princess to kiss you better," he said. They found the first princess in a royal chamber. Minstrels serenaded her with sweet music, and she pranced about admiring herself. Mr. Wolf bowed his best royal bow and said, "Your Royal Highnesses, a witch cast a spell on this prince. Will you please kiss him better?" "Get lost," said the princess. "I'm not kissing a slimy frog." "Perhaps I can tempt you with some turnip stew," said Mr. Wolf, his tummy rumbling at the thought of it. "I don't want stew from the likes of you," scoffed the princess. "Never mind her," said the cat with the fiddle. "She's awfully vain, but what about me? I'm a royal cat. You can trace my ancestry right back to the Egyptians. For a bowl of turnip stew, I'll kiss him better." Everyone agreed it was worth a try, so the cat kissed the frog. Mwah! Nothing happened. "Oh no," cried the frog. "I am doomed to be froggy forever." "Don't give up," said the cat. "She's not our only princess. Follow me." The second princess was relaxing in the palace gardens. Mr. Wolf bowed his best royal bow. "Your Royal Highness," he said, "a cruel witch cast a spell on this handsome prince. Please, please, will you kiss him better?" "He'll give you some of his turnip stew," added the frog. "Can't you see I'm busy?" shouted the princess. "Anyway, I hate a turnip stew." "Don't mind her," said the servant goose. "She's very lazy. How about me? I'm a royal goose and I can lay golden eggs. For a bowl of turnip stew, I'll kiss him." So the goose kissed the frog. Mwah! And absolutely nothing happened. The frog was very upset. "Cheer up," said the goose. "Follow me to the royal garage." But the garage was cold and grimy and quite empty except for a girl in overalls tinkering with a car. "This is no place to find a princess," grumbled the frog. Mr. Wolf's tummy rumbled. He looked closely at the girl. She wasn't very fancy, but she was a princess. Mr. Wolf bowed his best royal bow, he was getting rather good at it now, and said, "Your Royal Highness, a nasty wicked witch cast a spell on this delightful charming prince. Please, please, please kiss him better." The princess blew her nose on an oily rag. "What's in it for me?" she said. "A delicious bowl of turnip stew," replied Mr. Wolf. "I love turnip stew," said the princess. "Yum, yum." "You don't look like a princess to me," said the frog. "Hush up, frog, and hold still," commanded the princess. Mwah! And shazam! There stood a handsome prince. He was absolutely splendid. Mr. Wolf was very impressed. "Your Royal Highness, Mr. Prince, sir," he said politely. "Now it's your turn to help me." "Oh no," said the prince. "It's simply not done for a noble prince to be seen consorting with common wolves and grubby old turnips. Out of my way before I throw you in my dungeon." "What a waste of a kiss," said the princess in disgust. "And still no turnip stew," said Mr. Wolf. It was time for drastic action. Mr. Wolf telephoned the witch who had made the spell. "We're having problems with our prince," he said. "He's mean and nasty and doesn't keep his promises." "I know," replied the witch. "That's why I magicked him into that in the first place." "Can't you change him back?" asked Mr. Wolf. "Sorry," said the witch. "I'm afraid you are stuck with him now." "Oh no," sighed Mr. Wolf. "Oh no," shrieked the princess. "Those rascals are stealing my car." Mr. Wolf thought very hard for a moment. There was only one decent thing to do. He gobbled the rotten prince up, and the horrible princesses too. Snappity snap snap. "Good riddance to the lot of them," said the nice princess, and she gave Mr. Wolf a big hug and a kiss. "Mwah! Now let's go and pick that turnip," said Mr. Wolf. Together, Mr. Wolf and his new friends pulled and tugged, heaved and huffed, and finally, pop, out came the turnip. There was plenty of spicy stew for everyone, and even though he already had a right royal feast, Mr. Wolf had an extra big helping. Yum, yum. Wasn't that a lovely story? I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you are going to listen to the story today, if you want to share it with me with the hashtag #ShareAStorySunday, then I would be really, really pleased to hear it. If not, have a lovely rest of your weekend and I will see you all on Wednesday. See you later.